I am in familiar territory. This is San Carlos Boulevard, and I'm in Fort Myers, I guess pretty close to Fort Myers Beach. And that's the Walmart right there that we were talking to the folks who were camped out there. And what I'm gonna attempt to do is, I believe that the bridge is open now. I'm not gonna take my car, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can get over it with the bike. I don't even know if I can. To head over there and to get to the site of the San Damiano Church to take some video to share with Sister Paloma. Hey brother, is that... I didn't mean to make you stop. Thank you for doing that. I want to take my bike over the bridge to go look at the church.
I didn't go all the way because they had all the traffic stopped. It looks like you got a big crane down there lifting something up.
Even on a bicycle?
I just stopped because everybody else was... a lot of people were turning around, but
yeah,
you'd probably be able to get through there by now.
Okay, I'm going to try.
I did not try to go to the beach.
Yeah,
it was enough just... I took a picture of all the cops stopping all the traffic both ways.
They're still doing that?
Just now. I mean, because there's a big crane down here, and I don't know if it's lifting up one of them big boats, because they were across the street. So. I
gotcha. Well, I certainly don't want to inhibit their attempts here, but...
Either did I. That's why I turned around.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, I may do the same, but I'm on a mission to try to get some video of the church. But did you go through the storm, sir?
No, I was in Michigan. We have a place down here, about 6 miles out. We were half mile from a lot of water damage. We were good.
So your place made out okay?
Yeah, just trees and the screen on the pool a little bit. But other than that, I got some roof work I'm going to change the roof. But
does that change your opinion about living here at all? What happened?
No, I can't wait to get back down.
There you go.
I'm leaving Tuesday, but I'll be back down the end of the month. I'll be down here about 4 or 5 times in the next 3 months. A tornado could hit my house in Michigan on the lake. But, you know, it's a good point. It is what it is. Or a plane could come out of the air.
Yeah, things can happen.
Well, good luck going down there.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate it. So they still have a police check here. My understanding was that the bridge was open to the public at this point, but I'll find out. Hey guys, can I go over the bridge yet on the bike?
No, sir. No bikes are allowed over the bridge. So if you have no business, no house, no contract, bring them on a car. They might let you go because they can prove who they are. Sound like you too, but you know.
No, absolutely, absolutely. You guys are doing a wonderful job, and I'm here to support you. So it's a no-go. They're still restricting it mostly to official business and residents. So guys, one of my friends lives in a community in Fort Myers, and it was hit particularly hard with the storm surge in terms of flooding and other damage. And he asked me to take a drive through there and tell the story about how vulnerable that section of town is to flooding. So now the traffic here is really pretty bad. I'll show you. Here's the traffic I didn't want to add to, and thankfully they have a bike lane here. I think this might be it up here. Some of you guys might ask yourselves, why am I back here? Didn't I see enough? It's a fair question. And the answer to that is very simple. What's happened here with this storm has affected thousands of lives, and really the entire state of Florida, but specifically this area. Stories that I'm telling here are just scratching the surface. Here it is. Here you go. Here's a property restoration truck. What's up, guys? How you doing? You see this all the time. What would you say about what you've seen in this community?
I see it got destroyed. Bad, real bad.
Yeah, it's the worst one I seen. I can say.
I know it's nothing compared to this.
Yeah.
I've been here for 53 years. It's the worst storm I've seen.
How long do you think we're talking about before people can live in here again?
At least 6 months.
6 months? Nah.
Yeah.
I say longer than that.
It's going to be quite a while.
It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be a year, about a year. Probably.
This whole area flooded pretty good with
Yeah, it's messed up.
So John was telling me that this community was flooded really badly when Hurricane Irma came through here. But then he went on to tell me that when Hurricane Ian's surge came through here, it was 100 times worse than Irma. 100 times worse. It's so odd to see such incredible, beautiful desert palm trees surrounded by damage and destruction and debris. This is the Goodwill parking lot. Are you guys doing reclamation?
Yeah, we do mitigation. Yeah, come and clean and.
Well, how long you been in the business?
Oh, we've been in the business for 40 years.
40 years. Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, we've been at so many storms, but nothing like this. It's like devastating. Yeah, that's amazing how people coming together. Our business is national. We're from Atlanta, Georgia. We travel all over to help folks.
Oh, so you came down here from Atlanta?
From Atlanta to help folks here. Yeah, it's just overwhelming.
How long are you going to be here? You're going to be here for a while then,
We're going to be for a couple of months.
Months?
Yeah, a couple of months. Yeah, because we just come in and clean everything and, mitigate, and then we'll go.
So you're basically living here. You're a resident of Fort Myers right now. Where are you guys staying?
We have the company provides us with, like a trailer to stay in it. So it's we're in an excellent parking lot, public parking lot with our trailers and mobile homes and everything to stay there.
How would you describe what you've seen on the job?
I mean, I see one case that kind of like caught my attention. Like the refrigerator was inside the bedroom. I mean, I never seen such a thing. Like how much powerful the water inside the home.
So the water literally picked up the refrigerator out of the kitchen, relocated it to the bedroom.
To the bedroom, yeah. So it's that's crazy. I mean, that's a lot of.
The front of your truck says that you're here to feed people. So obviously we had a tremendous crisis here. Tell me a little bit about what you're doing with your truck.
Well, I am feeding people. I'm giving good lunch, good food, very fresh, Puerto Rican food.
Puerto Rican food. So how long did it take for you to get your truck after the storm to where you were able?
No, the second day I was serving already.
Second day you were able to give food out to people?
Here was not, but I was feeding all the people that were here with no power, and it was crazy, yes. But they were very grateful with me because it was the only one.
Well, you're doing a great job. Wow, what do we have? We have empanadas and shrimp, Cio?
That is shrimp for serving with arroz con gandules, which is rice with green pigeon peas. And this is the empanadas. These are the empanadas, the pizza empanadas, very popular in Puerto Rico.
That looks beautiful. And those shrimp, look at those.
This is shrimp with Creole sauce. Very flavorful.
Fantastic. You're doing a great job. How do people come to find you? If they want to find you?
I have Facebook, I have Instagram, and I have the 41. Everybody see me.
Right on 41. They can smell the food off 41. Thank you, Cio.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Good thing I got GPS because I would never seen that sign. That was the roof to something. I'm not sure if they were building something and never got to finish it, but doesn't look like they ever will. So guys, next stop, I'm on my way to Bonita Beach to meet with a gentleman named Kevin Ott, who has an incredible story that I'd like you to hear.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Forester Drive.
This is Bonita Beach Road I'm on.
In a half mile, the destination is ahead.
not so sure I want to have a beach named after me right now. That's the beach right there. I'm not sure where I could park here.
Proceed to the route. Proceed to the route. Proceed to the route.
Guys, this is, it's like a sandstorm
Proceed
here.
to the route.
This ain't gonna be doable. Guys, this is like a giant dust bowl. I can taste the dirt. I can taste the dirt as I'm breathing. So I was supposed to meet Kevin here, but I don't see any place I can park. I'm literally getting choked out by all of this dust in the air. I'm waiting for him to call me back because I just called him and there's really no place for me to park here. I mean, I just found this little spot, but he's gonna call me back. In the meantime, I'm gonna walk out here. Really, it's hard to breathe out here. Literally need an oxygen mask. Typically such a beautiful place, and now unrecognizable. So I'm gonna give it a shot. He said to go to where the tennis court's over there, not too far from where the sheriff's tent was. This must be it right here. I guess I can just park right here. All right, so there's a security guy there, and I just asked him, and he said it's probably back here, back over here. Okay, there's the tennis courts. Goodness. Holy crap. Okay, I'm probably close. I'm at the tennis courts. There's a truck here that's idling. There's like this container, a bunch of boats that piled up on top of each other. Oh, you're coming here now, so just wait here. See you in a bit. Thank you.
Oh, this is just, you know, the destruction is, you know, it's heartbreaking. You know, lived here all my life just about, and been through every hurricane that's, you know, since Andrew, and this is the worst I've ever seen.
Were you with Kevin when he went to try to get his kid's grandmother?
No, actually, he called me, asked me about taking my boat, and I said, yeah, do whatever you got to do.
So that was your pontoon boat?
That was my boat, yeah. His boat's too big to try and do that with, and so I'm like, you know, do whatever you got to do.
So when he took the boat, we're not talking about a river or a lake that he was on, we're talking about a street that flooded from the surge.
Yep. And, you know, he called me and told me that he was bounced off a couple of cars, and hope he didn't bend up my new prop. Is the boat really that important?
Yeah. Right.
You know, he went to get his kid's grandma. You know, what's more important than that? Boat can be fixed. Boat can be replaced. You know, so
exactly. He goes to pick up his kid's grandma, and just happenstance, he comes across other people that need help.
I think he had 18 people on my boat, or 17 people, something like that. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of them.
So, what happens if he's not there?
Bad things.
So, Billy, tell me what you're doing here. You're here to remove boats?
Yeah, today we're going to get a sunk boat that's in the canal, and then we're just going to come up with a game plan, because we got the rest of these boats to get out of here, and you know, get them to a safer spot, and where we can assess them for damage and get the insurance claims moving along. And be real careful coming through here. There's a lot of nails.
Okay. How did you know he was coming? You heard him?
No, I just seen him.
Oh. Yeah, radar.
I've been watching for him. I got a little path cleared out here.
My goodness.
Yeah, I tell you what, it takes a pretty ballsy person to go out in the middle of a hurricane in a pontoon boat.
Oh my God, yeah. There's no question about it. I mean, I'm going to tell him, if he was in the military, he would have got the Congressional Medal of Honor for what he did. Honestly, you know? I mean, that just says it all right there, huh? Look at that. One into the other. It's like, oh, man.
You know, these are all customers of ours.
Yeah. So you probably known him for years. Know him by first name.
Yep.
Shake their hand when you see him. Maybe even give him a hug. And now you're out here dealing with this. It's probably sad for you too, even though they're not your boats or your customers' boats. They're meaningful to you too.
You know, when we're small business guys, so you know, like last year, one of my customers, her husband plays slow pitch softball. Found out my daughter does travel softball, and she plays for her high school team. And you know, they made it a point to come to her game. You know, that's our clientele. That's what we try to cater to. I love it.
That's family.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
almost looks like that. Is that aluminum trailer the trailer for it, Kevin?
The one is, yeah, the one that's wrapped around the post.
So we'll just have to cut the front off. And the trailer also is strapped to the trailer. It looks like.
Oh, I see now.
And the trailer's up against the pole.
That's what's good. All right, I guess I'll come up here and pick you up. So how you doing?
Okay, how about you? Well, it's an amazing thing what you did, and thank you.
It was his pontoon boat.
I know, we were talking. He's a good friend.
Yeah.
And he did a good thing. Hey, without you, that doesn't happen.
I called him up. I said, "We got to get down to get Grandma. Can I borrow your boat? Because I can't put my boat in. It'll never make it there. It's too big. This thing's a beast compared to his pontoon. We just scooted through all the houses and all that."
That's not something you hear every day. I got to go get Grandma. I need your boat. Right?
If it breaks, you just fix it.
That's all. Yeah. Things can be fixed.
You can replace boats, you can put new parts on, but Grandma gets hurt. You don't fix Grandma. That's most important. Jump up on here.
Okay.
While you're doing that, what equipment do you want?
Oh, thank you, brother.
We need to get these straps. We'll hook this side and that side to my boat. Start lifting it like this, little by little.
Blue straps for that side.
Probably. Because we can see there's no eyelet there on the back corner. Go ahead and put this ice in there.
So guys, I'm here with Kevin Ott. He is a Fort Myers resident and lived through Hurricane Ian. As you can see, all this destruction around us right now, and he's here to help out with these boats that are stranded here in the water. But he went through Hurricane Ian, the storm surge came through, and just an epic surge, almost like never seen before, almost biblical proportions. So your kid's grandmother was stranded at another location, and you wanted to go and rescue her. Tell me what happened.
First of all, we were trying to get there in my vehicle, my truck. We went down to go get her, and there was just no way. There was trees and power line roads everywhere, and we turned around. I had to turn the truck around. When I tried to turn the truck around, it started floating. So I put it in four-wheel drive, slowly turned my way around. My two girls that were with me at that time, so they started getting upset and crying. They were like, "Dad, look at the water's coming here." I looked down and seen the water was actually, I got a four-wheel drive truck, and there was water coming in all four doors.
How high would you say that storm surge was?
Oh, it was every bit of 10 to 12 in that area.
So the streets were literally a river.
Oh, yeah. We put the pontoon boat in the water right off 41. And that's almost a mile away from the water from there.
So you get in the boat.
Get in the boat. First of all, we went back to the shop because I couldn't get down there with the truck. And she was crying and freaking out and tried telling us, can you get us? We need to get out of here now. But by that time, it went from like 4 or 5 inches, and then it just went up to her her knees, and then it went up to her waist. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's texting me because the phone won't work anymore. And she goes, "I think we're going to die here." And I said, "No, you won't. We're going to get you." She goes, "Don't leave me here." And I said, "You won't." And that was the last thing I could text her. And we kept on trying to text her and tell her we were in the water, and we were, on our way back through the main road, going back to her. We got at the end of the road, and there was a big, huge power line laying down with another truck hooked to it. And that's the one we stopped at because we couldn't go anywhere past it. So we turned right there. There was a natural preserve, and I'm like, this is our only choice. We're gonna have to go through this little preserve, jump across a bunch of trees and bushes, and hope we make it across. We got across, and next thing you know, there's another piling snapped off, just a big, huge board, just looked like a snap. It was laying there, lines everywhere. I'm like, well, we can't go that way, guys. What are we gonna do? Little guy in a boat floating. I'm like, oh my gosh. So we picked him up real quick, and then he pointed. He goes, "Can you please?" Right there with the next door neighbor. I said, "Okay, we'll go get him." At that time, the older gentleman, Sam, he was holding the little baby like this up in the air because, it was pretty bad. They weren't going to make it much longer. The water was over their head, and luckily they had jackets on. So they were floating in front of the house, holding on to the front of the house. And that's when I pulled in there. My boys went up there, my other daughter, they grabbed a hold of him and started just pulling him in as fast as they could. They took the little kid, put him underneath the console, and when they put him under the console, they just put a plastic bag over his head
and said, you know, you're going to be okay. And my daughter kept holding him, and then we got them in and went a little farther and got some more people and kept on going. We had to actually go through house to house, like in between. See how you got 2 houses here?
Right.
We actually went through the houses as we held onto the roofs, and we just slid right through them, picking up cables, lines, and everything.
So how many people total did you pick up? You had 12 people that you picked up. I have to ask you this question. I just have to ask you this. What happens if you don't go pick up Grandma? What happens to these people?
We wouldn't be talking today. And these people, they're like, you saved our life. And I'm like, nah, just did what I was supposed to. You know, life's, you can't replace it. And I've got kids, you know, I'm raising 3 of my kids on my own. I got 10 kids total, but I got 3 that I've raised on my own for quite a few years now. So it means a lot to me, having kids. And the grandma, she means a lot to us. She just lost her husband, you know, back in December of last year. And it's been a rough time for her. And this just would have killed all of us if we lost her.
So thank God she's okay. The survivors, they're doing fine.
Yeah.
Are you going to stay in touch? Are they going to stay in touch with you guys?
We're
Or
plan a big dinner and have a bunch of drinks and sit back and relax and laugh at all this now that it's over with.
That is fantastic.
Just be thankful that we all got each other a new family, basically.
Well, I want to tell you this. You are a hero. What you did, if you were in the military, you would have earned the Congressional Medal of Honor. And I'm serious about that. There's no doubt in my mind. You rescued 12 people. 12 total? 12 people, 12 lives, and 2 dogs and 2 cats. God bless you, sir. And it's my honor and privilege to meet you. And thank you so much for spending this time with us.
Thanks for coming down and helping.
I hope I do justice to your story because it's just amazing.
The biggest thing is, the worst thing is our house got messed up too. So we're, you know, in the process of trying to get a house. And we live in a mobile home, so our place is pretty much, it's got water coming in it. We got tarps on it. But hey, it's our place. We're gonna figure it out. And luckily there's a guy across the road from our place that we've been dealing with on a trailer. He's got a big double wide, and he just called me up yesterday and he said, we're gonna find out exactly everything about it. We're gonna bring it in. And he called me back later on and he's not gonna believe it. And what's that? He goes, we're shipping it. It'll be here in 2 days. I'm like, you're kidding.
Wow.
He goes, yeah, we need to get it here for you and your kids for what you've done. And I'm like, are you serious? And he goes, yeah.
Absolutely.
So there's
That's
a lot
a good
of
thing.
people want to go see that house when it pulls into the place over next door and get a big thanks to them, because Black Wolf Homes, they're just unbelievable. They stepped up and did stuff that most people wouldn't be able to do. And hopefully they get the county to run the permits real quick so we can get in it fast. But at least we'll see our new place come 2 days from now.
Wow.
That'll be neat.
Best of luck in your new home.
Oh, I can't wait. It'll be 5 bedrooms and the kids will love it.
There you go.
Yep.
No water.
Yeah.
Only when you turn the sink on.
That's about it. At least the kids will be happy we're going to have a washer and dryer now.
There you go, brother.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, man. You're the best. Thank you.
Life's, you can't replace it.